Chapter 2 MS Word 2007. In your previous classes, you had learnt some features of MS Word 2007 like editing, formatting and inserting objects, etc. In this chapter, you will learn some advanced features of MS Word. Header and footer. Header is the section of the document that appears at the top of each page, and footer is the section of the document that appears at the bottom of each page. Using the header and footer feature, you can automatically print the number of pages of your document. Not only that, you can also insert other text like date and time and graphics on the top and bottom of every page. Inserting header and footer. To insert header and footer in your document, follow these steps. Step 1. Click on the Insert tab. Step 2. In the header and footer group, click on the header button. The header gallery will open. Step 3. Click on the blank header style or choose any other style according to your requirement. The Design tab will appear under Header and Footer Tools. This tab will come only when your cursor is in the header or footer section. Step 4. Type the header text in the header section. Step 5. Click on the Go to Footer button in the navigation group. The cursor appears in the footer section. Type the text in the footer section. Or click on the Insert tab. In the header and footer group, click on Footer to display the footer gallery. Click or choose any footer style that you want. Type the text in the footer section. Step 6. Click on Close Header and Footer button in the Close Group of Design tab or press the ESC key. Editing or deleting header and footer. To edit or delete either the header or footer, follow these steps. Step 1. Double-click in the header or footer section. Step 2. Edit or delete the required text. Step 3. Click on Close Header and Footer button in the Close Group of the Design tab. Footnote and Endnote. Footnotes and endnotes can be found at the end of a page or at the end of a document, respectively. These are generally used by authors when writing books. They can provide an author's comments on the main text or give the meaning of related details about the marked text. Inserting footnotes and endnotes. To insert footnotes and endnotes, follow these steps. Step 1. Place the cursor where you want to insert a footnote or endnote. Step 2. Click on the Reference tab. In the Footnotes group, click on the Insert Footnote or Insert Endnote button. Step 3. Type the required text for the footnote or endnote. Step 4. Double-click on the footnote or endnote reference number to return to the document. Editing footnote or endnote. To edit footnote or endnote, follow these steps. Step 1. Click on the footnote or endnote to edit or format the text. Step 2. If you wish to change the position of the footnote or endnote, click on the Footnotes launcher in the Footnotes group of the Reference tab. The Footnote and Endnote dialog box appears. Step 3. Make the desired changes and click on Insert button. Inserting hyperlinks. Hyperlinks help you to move quickly from one page to another page by simply clicking a link. The links may be in the form of text or picture. The mouse generally takes the shape of a hand over a hyperlink. To insert a hyperlink, follow the given steps. Step 1. Select the text on which hyperlink is to be inserted. Step 2. Click the Insert tab. Step 3. Click Hyperlink from the Links group. Step 4. The Insert Hyperlink dialog box appears with various options through which you can create a link. For example, if you click the option Existing File or Web Page, a list appears. Step 5. Type the address of the website in the address box or click any existing file from the list to create a link to that file. Here, the website address http://www.google.com is typed. Step 6. Click the OK button. This inserts a hyperlink in your document. Using the hyperlink. We know that hyperlink helps you to move quickly from the current document to the linked page. This process of moving from one document to the other or from one document to a web page is called link. Point your mouse to the hyperlinked text. You see a message, Ctrl+click to follow link. Press Ctrl key and click on the link. The hyperlinked document or web page will be opened. Applying drop cap. Have you ever noticed a large capital letter at the beginning of a paragraph in a magazine or newspaper? Drop cap is a feature in MS Word which lets you create a large dropped initial capital letter. To create a drop cap letter, follow the given steps. Step 1. Click in the paragraph that you want to begin with a drop cap letter. Step 2. Click the Insert tab on the ribbon. Step 3. Click Drop Cap from the text group and choose the option from the list. See the effect on your paragraph. Applying column formatting. You must have noticed that a newspaper has multiple columns. You can apply column formatting to your text in MS Word also. To apply column formatting, follow the given steps. Step 1. Select the text you want to format in columns. Step 2. Click the Page Layout tab. Step 3. Click Columns from the Page Setup group. Step 4. Choose the number of columns you want from the list that opens up, for example, 2. The selected text gets divided into the specified number of columns. Setting line spacing. Line spacing refers to the amount of vertical space between the lines of text in a paragraph. To set line spacing, follow these steps. Step 1. Select the paragraph for which you want to set the line spacing. Step 2. Click the Home tab on the ribbon. Step 3. Click Line Spacing from the paragraph group and choose the required number of spacing from the list to adjust the space between the lines. Setting paragraph spacing. Paragraph spacing refers to the amount of space above or below a paragraph. To set paragraph spacing, follow these steps. Step 1. Click anywhere in the paragraph to set the spacing before or after it. Step 2. Click the Page Layout tab on the ribbon. Step 3. Click the arrow next to Spacing Before or Spacing After from the paragraph group to increase or decrease the amount of space you. Setting page orientation. Orientation means the layout position of the paper for printing. There are two ways to set the orientation of a page in an MS Word document, Portrait and Landscape. To set page orientation, follow these steps. Step 1. Click the Page Layout tab on the ribbon. Step 2. Click Orientation from the Page Setup group and choose the type of orientation as Portrait or Landscape as per your requirement. Setting page margin. Page margin refers to the blank space around the edges of the page. The space seen on all the four sides of the page is called top margin, bottom margin, left margin and right margin. all the text and images are inserted inside the margin. To set margins, follow the given steps. Step 1. Click the Page Layout tab on the ribbon. Step 2. Click from Margins from the Page Setup group. Step 3. Choose the margin type that you want and click on it to apply it to your page. Mail merge. Suppose you want to give an invitation for party to your friends and relatives. You have typed the invitation letter. Now you have to type all the address of your friends and relatives. Typing all names and addresses and then making the documents and saving them is a tedious job. This work can be done very easily in MS Word using the Mail Merge feature. With the help of Mail Merge feature, you can send the same letter to a number of people. The Mail Merge process requires the following. Main document. The document that contains letter or text which is to be sent is called the main document. Data source. The file where all the addresses of the recipients are stored is called the data source. The process of combining the main document with the data source is called merging. The final document is called the merged document. In general, the mail merge process involves the following 3 steps. Creating main document, creating data source, merging main document and data source. To mail merge, follow the given steps. Step 1. Click the Mailings tab on the ribbon. Step 2. Click Start Mail Merge from the Start Mail Merge group and choose letters from the choices available. Step 3. Type the letter you want to send. Step 4. Click Select Recipients and choose Type New List from the choices available. Step 5. The New Address List dialog box appears. Fill in the various fields with the appropriate information. You can leave a field blank as well. Step 6. To create another entry, click the New Entry button. You can arrange the records according to your choice by clicking the appropriate column heading. For example, click First Name field to arrange according to names. Step 7. After completing the form, click OK button. The Save Address List dialog box appears. Step 8. Give a suitable name to the list and click on Save button. Step 9. Now, place the cursor in the main document where you want the fields to be inserted. Step 10. Click Insert Merge field from the right and insert field groups and choose the required field. Again, place the cursor to another place for the next field and insert it in the same manner. Step 11. Click Finish and Merge from the Finish group to complete the mail merge process. Step 12. Choose Edit Individual Documents option. The Merge to New Document dialog box appears. Step 13. Choose All option and click OK. The merged letters will be opened in MS Word window for further editing. Quick review. Header is printed at the top of each page and footer is printed at the bottom of each page. Footnote appears at the bottom of the page while endnote appears at the end of a section or a document. Hyperlinks help you to move quickly from one page or document to another by simply clicking on a link. To follow a link, press Ctrl key and click on the link. Line spacing is the amount of vertical space between the lines of text in a paragraph. The 2 types of page orientation are portrait and landscape. Paragraph spacing is the amount of space above or below a paragraph. Page margin is the blank space around the edges of the page. Mail merge is the facility in MS Word used to send the same letter to a number of people. The two main components required during a mail merge process are the main document and the data source.